Dear friends, I, I salute you once again. I give you my thanks and all my wishes, all my best wishes for this new year 2024. And I hope that you'll be sharing this video because you must share it to many people in order for the site to be known and in order for other people to listen to the truthful things we tell here every time. Gaza is in a bad shape. It is a terrible mess that the Zionist army has produced in all Gaza, in all the length and the side and the width of Gaza. Images from TVs have shown the catastrophe, the width of the catastrophe in which the Zionist army has plunged this dear town of Gaza. Numbers are important, but Gazans and people like us know that people, children, women, all those killed are not numbers, they are lives. Lives. Genocide is not a word. Genocide is a state of illness. Genocide is suffering. So, and it's not because we know or we've seen those people who are suffering, who are in the hospitals, who have lost their limbs, who have lost their hands, who have lost their eyes, or who have genocide is about people who have lost their limbs, who have lost their eyes, who have lost their relatives, who have lost their parents. It's about babies who will never know their mothers because their mothers have been killed during the hideous Israeli bombing of Gaza. It's about brothers who've lost their sisters, who'll never see again their sisters because those have been killed hideously and immorally by the Zionist heinous army. It's about brothers who've lost their sisters. It's about sisters who've lost their brothers. It's about brothers who've lost brothers. It's about sisters who've lost sisters. It's about family which has been shattered. It's about family which has been annihilated. That's what's happening in Gaza now. People are no longer themselves. It's about dreams which has been stopped, which are now still. It's about dreams which has been transformed into nightmares. The genocide is about lost mental health. Genocide is about a society which has been completely destroyed by this Zionist army. It's not about genocide. The word genocide is not a word. No single word of whatever language can make us feel no single word of whatever language can make us feel the terrible suffering that those people have been subjected to by the Israeli heinous attitude, heinous behavior. No single word of whatever language can show what has been lost all those homes, all those buildings, all those flats which have been lost by the owners. This is Gaza. This is the new Gaza we've seen. A destroyed territory, a destroyed land. We are thanking South Africa for the fact that they have gone to the ICJ, to the International Criminal Court of Justice, in order for this court to give a ruling stating that Israel has been indulging in act of genocide. And in order to give a ruling telling Israel, ordering Israel to stop its genocidal action. Yeah, we thank South Africa for the dignity they have shown and the altruism they have shown towards the Palestinians, towards those suffering Palestinian people. But it's not because the ICJ will handle ruling stating that it is genocide that it is a genocide. It's a genocide because those actions are genocidal. The ICJ can rule in the interest of the Palestinian suffering people. The ICJ can also rule the other way, that it is not yet a genocide. But anyway, we are not lying our hopes in the ICJ, because we know that the ICJ, its president is an American. I think his name is Donahue. He's been working for years for the State Department of the United States. And he can sway the ICJ decision. We know that those courts, they are here, but those courts will be ruling naturally in favor of the Western Bloc, the collective West. Where is the International Criminal Court? Nobody heard about the International Criminal Court. They're investigating. We've been told that they are investigating the crimes in Gaza and in Israel. Anyway, no one. I myself can't believe the decisions in the International Criminal Court. It is here only in order to save the collective West's interest. The International Criminal Court is not here in order to help suffering people. That doesn't interest it. What interests it is the interest of the collective West. And people mustn't be surprised if the ICJ rules not in favor of the suffering Palestinian people. And anyway, even if the ICJ rules in favor of the Palestinian people, that will change nothing, because Israel will be continuing to bomb and to kill Palestinians as it used to do since 1948. So the ruling of the ICJ, even if it favors Palestinians, will not change any iota in the behavior of the Israeli Zionist army. There's been a court here. There's been the Nuremberg trials, where Nazis have been tried because the West said that the crimes that the Nazis committed deserve to be judged internationally in an international criminal court. It was the Nuremberg trials. Many Nazis have been condemned. But that should have been a lesson for the rest of humanity, for the posterity. But we've seen that Israel is committing any kind of crime since 1948. And nobody did care about the crimes they have been doing. Nobody did care about the settlers' behavior in the West Bank. They are killing, every day they are killing Palestinians, young Palestinian people, Palestinian mothers there. The entirety of humanity knows that. But no decision, no statement, no anything has been made by the collective West. Because Israel is the United States. The United States is backing Israel. And since the United States is backing Israel, no one dares attack Israel. No one dares utter a single word of criticism toward Israel because Uncle Sam is here and Uncle Sam is backing Israel. Whatever Israel will do, whatever the hideous behavior, hideous carnage that Israel is guilty of has been guilty of since 1948, there is no one in the collective West who will attack Israel. Collective West says, no, respect the state of rules. The state rules, their rule-based international order. We know that what it does mean. It does mean that Western interests are superior. And whenever the West has some interest, all the other interests, even if those other interests are backed by international law, those interests should dissipate, should disappear, because the collective West interests are contradictory to those interests, even if they are backed by international law. Israel has been violating international law since 1967. The Security Council of the United Nations has voted a resolution saying that Palestine is a state and has East Jerusalem as capital. But where is the state of Palestine? This state does not exist because Israel does not want this state to exist. But dear Palestinians, you're alone. You've been left alone. Those Arab states, they all, in their names, they have Saudi Arabia. There is Arabia in their names. United Arab Emirates. Okay. But they are not Arabs like you. They are not here to defend Palestine. They don't bother about the suffering of Palestine. The United Emirates has its embassy in Palestine, in Israel. The same goes for Bahrain or Oman. They did recognize Israeli state while Israel has been rampaging against the West Bank and Gaza. Israel has been killing many thousands of Palestinians every year. That didn't bother them to have diplomatic relations with Israel. That didn't bother them. That didn't prevent them or forbid them to recognize Israel. No, they are Arabs. They are not the Palestinians who are suffering. The Palestinians are those who are suffering. The Palestinians will be suffering because those Arab states, those affluent Arab states like UAE, Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, Oman, etc., Qatar, they'll want to be annoyed by the suffering of Palestinians. Those states will never be annoyed by the suffering of Palestinians because they don't consider Palestinian people to be to deserve being people, being a state. The Palestinian people, for them, the Palestinian people don't deserve a state, a statehood. Those are the Arab states, UAE, who have been disciplined, who are collaborating with the United States for many decades. Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, all those countries are there only in order to obey to the diktat of the US. Let us not indulge in naivety. The Palestinians are alone in their suffering. But fortunately they are courageous. Fortunately they are fighting. Fortunately they have got the help of those people in Lebanon like Hezbollah, of those people in Syria, Iraq, and Yemen, who are showing each kind of solidarity with the Palestinian people. They are themselves attacking Israeli interests and Israeli army. The Hezbollah is attacking Israeli army. The Houthis are preventing ships from going to Israel. So they have been imposing a blockade against Israeli ports. Fortunately, there are people here who know what is humanity and who think that they must show signs of solidarity towards the Palestinian people. And the Palestinian people have their own resistance, which is fighting against the occupying army of Israel. They have been fighting and they have been killing Zionist militaries inside Gaza. And we back them and we support them. We show them all our backing, all our support. They deserve our support and our backing. We can only show our backing because we are not there in rifles, in arms. But they know they have, even if they haven't heard Bob Marley singing, so arms in arms with arms, we'll fight this little struggle. They know that if they want to be free from Israel, they shouldn't count on the help of the Arab leaders who are in the Middle East. No, they know that they only count on arms, in arms, and with these arms, with those arms, they'll be fighting and gaining their statehood and gaining their liberty, gaining their freedom, and shall be shaking all those walls which has been built in order to prevent Gaza from connecting to the rest of the humanity. They are tenacious, they are courageous, they've got some arms, and they'll be going on fighting for their freedom, fighting for their statehood, fighting because they deserve to live. They deserve more than anyone to live in liberty, in freedom, because they are human beings like us. They are human beings like those Zionist Israelis. Nuremberg trials didn't serve to anything. Nazis have been condemned as there, and it's all history. Tomorrow many of our grandsons will be asking, come on, how comes that those crimes Israel is now committing in this 21st century, how comes that those crimes are permitted to happen? How comes that all the West, collective West, have been defending Israel, saying that Israel has the right to defend itself? An occupying power. You're an occupying power. You're occupying Gaza and the West Bank. So you have no right, because as an occupying power, you can't prevent those who are occupied, who are tortured every day, to resist the occupation. They'll be resisting in every manner they can, in every manner. They were right to attack on the 7th of October 2023. That is a great date. That was a great day, 7th of October 2023. It was a great day. They were right to attack. Don't tell us about, they tortured, they hostages. When you deal with an army like Israel's army, which every day takes prisoners, hostages, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Those who have bombed the Nazis, those who have bombed Dresden, they have no lesson to teach us. Israel has been attacked, and Israel will continue to be attacked as long as it continues to occupy the Palestinians' territory. The Palestinians will be free. We know that they will be free, but they will be free because they have been fighting. They will not be free because they have been handled their freedom. No. They'll be free because they have been fighting, and they'll be gaining their freedom, their independence, their statehood. We thank all those throughout the Middle East, the Houthis, the Lebanese Hezbollah, the Iraqis, the Syrians, and of course the resistance inside Gaza itself, for the heroism that they've shown against this brutal, bloodthirsty, Nazi-like army of Israel. From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. Dear friends, I'll stop my video here today, hoping that you'll be sharing it as you must, because we need to hear the real truth. And in order to hear the truth, you've got to be free. You've got to be mentally and intellectually free. Hamas, the resistance of Gaza was right on the 7th of October 2023. And we go on and continue on backing them and supporting them. They've got to fight, because without fighting, there'll be no freedom, no statehood for them. Dear friends, thanks. And I hope that you are pleased with this video, and I hope that you'll be sharing it as I've told you times and times. So thanks. Bye-bye.